Hi, Tigers. Today is Thursday, March 26, 2020, and we are in the midst of our Osuna Spirit Week, and today is our Tiger Pride Day. So, in honor of that day, I brought all my tiger friends to our read aloud today. We have Tiggy and Tiggs and our tiger, and they're all here to hear the story with you all. I have on my amazing Osuna Tiger Jogathon shirt created by our very own Dara Ryder. She illustrated this t-shirt, so thank you, Dara. I'm wearing a beautiful hair tie from the Stockton family, so thank you so much to them for giving me this wonderful, very festive, spirited bow. And I am going to read to you one of my favorite stories today. It is an old book. This book was actually my book when I was a little girl, and it's called Professor Wormbog in Search for a Zipperump. And the author is Mercer Mayer. I'm going to put my tigers over here so they can listen to the story. All right. I'll make sure you guys can see them. They're set so they can hear the story along with you. And we're going to get started. All right, Professor Wormbog in Search for a Zipperump. Written and illustrated by Mercer Mayer. He had every beast from A to Y, but his collection was incomplete. There was no Zipperumpazoo in the place marked Z. For look at all his beasties he had collected, A to Y. And then you'll see down here, not in stock. There was no Zipperumpazoo in the place marked Z, for the Zipperumpazoo had never been caught. Without further ado, Professor Wormbog decided to catch one. He dug a pit, both deep and wide. He covered it with sticks and leaves and baited it with tangos and wild ukananas. All night long he waited. In the early morning, a loud crash woke him from his sleep. Rushing down, he hoisted out his catch. But it wasn't a Zipperumpazoo. Perhaps the Zipperumpazoo can be found in the sea, thought the professor. With baited hook, he set out in a motorboat. Brush your teeth. Even while you're away from school, you've got to brush those choppers. First he caught a big blow-fat glowfish, but he had one already, so he let it go. Then he caught a great glurn of the sea, but he had two of them at home, so he let it go. Then something deep under the sea took hold of his line. This must be a Zipperumpazoo, cried Professor Wormbog. How fierce it is! After many long hours, he pulled in his catch. But it wasn't a Zipperumpazoo. This little guy says, let's go to work for Island Joe. Who's Island Joe? Perhaps Zipperumpazoos fly through the air, thought Professor Wormbog, and he disguised himself as a feathered croonie. And this says, beware of low-flying croonies. Please don't bother me now. Again, who's Island Joe? Dangling from a bunch of balloons, he rose rapidly into the sky. However, Isabella, queen of the croonies, took one look at the disguised professor and fell madly in love. She took him home to her nest to live happily ever after. Luckily for Professor Wormbog, a storm was brewing. And here it says, nest is where the heart is. Bless this nest. She's little towels up here that say his and hers. Nest, sweet nest. The rain washed away the glue and the wind blew away the feathers. One look at the professor without his feathers and Isabella's heart was broken. Leave, she told him. Be gone, depart. Oh, poor Isabella. Professor Wormbog hiked to the top of a craggy peak and looked, but when the peak looked back, oh my goodness, look at this. He knew it was time to go. No place for a Zipperump, he thought. Deep in the caverns and caves beneath the earth he traveled. Perhaps a Zipperump can be found here, he thought. He looked and looked even in the blackest pit of all, but nothing of interest could be seen. No Zipperump here either, he said. Quite disappointed, Professor Wormbog went home. Tired and weary, he pushed open his front door. He took off his dusty clothes and jumped into a hot bath. He made a snack of cookies and milk and curled up before the fire with his favorite book. Too bad, said Professor Wormbog with a sigh. I guess I'll never have a Zipperump of my very own. I want you to look closely at these pictures. Who's in his living room while he sleeps? The end. Perhaps he didn't have to go on his grand adventures looking for a Zipperump, but I guess Professor will never know. It's our secret. All right, everybody. I have to give a shout out to Rainbird Press for publishing the book that I read to you today. And I hope you guys are doing well and you look forward to our Spirit Day tomorrow, which is to share your tigers. So draw a picture of a tiger and email it to me or have your parents post it on some social media, either on Twitter or Facebook with Principal Myers. I look forward to seeing them. I hope you guys have all the tiger spirit today. And remember, go Tigers. I love you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.